Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dr. Retro's video game finds. So we're starting off with some handheld Pokemon games. You see 2 copies of Yellow, 2 copies of Gold, both complete, and 1 copy of Pearl. The thing is, I know from my collection that I have all the basic Pokemon. So I have Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, etc, etc. But for the DS ones, I'm totally lost at which ones I have. I believe there's Pearl, Diamond, Black, White, X, Y, maybe even some more. So I'm not 100% sure if I have that Pearl version or not. But of course I can check it out in my collection. And then there's this Game Boy Advance. It isn't in super condition, as you can see, some scratching on the top, but the paint is still in good condition and the inside is still very nice. And this is the NES edition for the Game Boy Advance SP. Still looking to get a complete in-box copy for my own collection, and but it's one of the nicest Game Boy Advance SP editions in my opinion. There's a lot of different colors, also Mario one, etc. That it's not, yeah, I don't really like that one. I love the Zelda one and this one, the NES one. Then some PC big box games. These first 2 are sealed. Earth 2140 Mission Pack, as you can see, sealed, and Robo Rumble, also still sealed. Then there's Magic's Music Maker version 2000, and nowadays this is worthless and the program is shit as well. But back in the day, this was the shit. I just, yeah, playing is not the right word, I just dabbled with this a lot. And basically just, yeah, clicking things, putting sounds together, making horrible music. That was the bomb, because you had the idea that you could be a DJ. That was the early days of house music, like the first hits from DJ Chesto, etc. You were like, wow, if I do this right, I'm gonna be rich as well. Turns out it didn't work for me, but maybe for some this was the first step. But yeah, it's nostalgia. Then we have 7 Kingdoms Part 2, the Frithon Wars. Can't say that I've seen the 7 Kingdoms Part 1 before. I haven't owned it for sure. Rival Realms, and the last one is the Great Battles Collector's Edition, and it has 3 games. The Great Battles of Caesar, Alexander, and Hannibal. And that's not the one from the A-Team. I don't remember if it was last video or the video before that I showed you guys that I get in a lot of these off-market boxes, protectors, cases, etc, etc. And like I said, if you guys want one of these, you can have them for free. You're just paying shipping. The problem is, if you're not in the Netherlands or Germany or Belgium, shipping goes at least over 10 euros. And yeah, for only one of these things, that's quite a lot. But if you're interested, just let me know. And also, this is what happens to elastic, or how you call these, rubber bands, when they're in a retro game box and they're kind of dried out. This is this is retro. So these boxes, these are the kind of that you can put your Game Boy games in. It's 4 rows of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 5. So 20 games in there. This is for a DS, nice sparkly. Don't know if you have a girlfriend or a baby girl that you want to give this to. Game Boy Advance SP, and this is also for SP, I believe. Yeah, there's a plastic. Yeah, it's for the regular Game Boy Advance. You can put your games here, Game Boy there, and other stuff there. So, like I said, if you want one of these, just let me know. Before we get to this pile of games, the 2 biggest purchases I had this week are not retro gaming related. It's an Onkyo receiver system. I already had a GBL 5.1 speaker set, and now I have a great receiver with them. So my gaming experience at home got upgraded a lot. I started Skyrim after I connected the speakers, and the sound is amazing. It's just overwhelming, really cool. And I also bought a new stethoscope, which I need in my Dr. Retro work, so the actual doctor work. And those are expensive as hell, but I need them on a daily basis, so why not get a good one? So let's get back to the retro games. First up, Aladdin. I had this traded in for someone who bought a joystick. Then Spyro the Dragon for the PlayStation 1. Big Box PC, June 2000. Really great game. I've shown you guys this many times before, but this is one of my favorite RTS games. I love this. The sandworms are really cool as well. Then for Sierra Games, Phantasmagoria, King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, and Police Quest I, The Pursuit of the Death Angel. With this one I have a bit of a dilemma because I already have King's Quest 1, but it's a different version. I have the re-released version, but still the same box type. It's the VGA version, not the EGA, but the VGA. And for PC I don't want to start collecting different versions of the same game because these take in a lot of space. For NES or SNES or whatever it's okay, but for PC they take in so much space. So what should I get, the first release or the better release with the bigger box? Not sure yet about that, but I'll figure it out. This is already the end of the video. These last games are going to end up in my collection, and I was going a bit slow this week because I might have a really big purchase coming up, a really big collection I might be buying. So yeah, I didn't go all out this week. This is Tasmanian Devil in Island Chase, and this is actually Looney Tunes Part 2. And Looney Tunes on the Game Boy is one of my favorite childhood games. I didn't know there was a sequel to it, so when I got this in, yeah, it's a classic Game Boy game that I bought for €5, so that's always good if it's in good condition and complete. But when I saw it was Looney Tunes Part 2, I decided to keep it because I loved Looney Tunes. And you'll be seeing that when I get to my top 10 Game Boy games video. So Pokemon Soul Silver for the DS, there's actually more versions. Forgot about the Soul Silver and Heart Gold, I think the other one is. And this one comes with the Pokewalker. And this Pokewalker is, at least what I've heard about it, is actually one of the most accurate pedometers. And pedometers is step meters. So yeah, this is going to end up in the collection. And I haven't played Pokemon since the, I think the Game Boy Color versions. But if I want to start one, yeah, I might pick that one. So 2 PC big box games. King's Quest V, Absence Makes the Heart Go Yonder. Already have this, but mine wasn't 100% complete, and this one is, and it even has the 5.25 inch startup disc. And then Wetlands. Had this for a long time, but box only. And then I found a CD with jewel case. So now I made it complete, and it can end up in my collection. And it looks quite cool. I didn't know about the game, but when I look at the back, it looks really, yeah, it looks like a cool adventure, bit of a dark adventure game. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, check out my channel for other videos and like me at facebook.com/drretromd, and of course subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.